Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Super excited to have you here today for my video on manifestation. So little tips about manifestation and how I manifest the things I want in my life and maybe the roadblocks. I want to talk about the manifestation process that I have followed and things that I have incorporated into my daily life, even in my past, that has actually brought me the things that I have today that I'm very, very grateful for. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can see future videos that come out. Now, this video is not scripted. I do want to mention that I will be talking about mostly my experience. Now, there is different opinions out there about manifestation, but I feel like everybody kind of follows like a very specific universal maybe law or rule of manifestation, the law of attraction. The understanding that I have now about manifestation than I did maybe 10 years ago, when I felt like I had a lot of bad luck, a lot of not so good things happening in my life. It had a lot to do about my thought process. My thought process was very negative. And so I didn't understand why I had all these things coming at me that were so negative, and my life wasn't going the way I wanted it to. And then I started to understand the process of thinking positive and having things come to you in a more positive way. So what you put out into the universe will come back at you. And it's very easy for us to slip into a negative state. Poor me, feeling victimized. I've had quite a lot of bad luck, bad situations that I've been in. And I think because it started really early in my life that I felt like I kind of stayed in a victim state for a very long time. Now, tips and tricks with manifestation. I'm gonna get right into my very first one. One that I used for love. I had terrible relationships for a really long time. For like, I don't know, it was something like 10 years. It was just like a string of bad luck. And it had a lot to do with the men I was dating, who I chose to be part of my life. And there were a lot of non-committal. So I started to think about manifesting the man I really desired was someone that wanted to be in a relationship and was happy and healthy to be in a relationship. So I started visualizing this person. And so with the law of attraction, when you visualize having that person in your life already, it helps you to feel and attract that energy. Because this is one big thing, this lesson that I had to learn was when you say, I want a really good man or a nice man in my life, or like, you know, if you're interested in, we're gender fluid here, so if you're interested in women, men, it doesn't matter. I want to attract a perfect partner for me, specifically for my wants and my desires. When you say I want, you come from a place of lack. So I had to start changing my words, and I try to be really careful with my words about what I'm putting out into the universe. So now I try and visualize myself already being there. And that's something that I'm trying to do right now. I am doing, actually, in a place where I am working on my work and my career now. So much has changed with COVID and like the lockdowns, and I have now quit pretty much the industry I was in for 20 years because it really almost no longer exists, or it doesn't look like it's ever going to go back to how it was. Restaurants. Now I want to go back to the technique that I used with manifesting. This is a very, very important one that I felt really worked, and it worked for me, and it could be a really good technique, is when you go to bed at night, I have a queen size bed. I would always sleep on one side. I would make room for that person to be in my bed. That was just I don't want to call it a trick. I felt like that was just something that I felt really important for myself. That was something that I felt like I needed to do. And this is a memory of mine, maybe like 5 years ago that I did this. And I have now been with my partner for 4 years. This was something that I needed to make room for him in my life. So in my apartment that I was living in, my bachelor suite in Vancouver at the time, Vancouver, BC in Canada, I made room for him. And there was like little things I would do, you know, when I was like I used to do the so funny. The things I would do, I would make room for him on the couch. I would visualize that person being with me. I know it kind of sounds a little crazy, but I feel like these kind of things, having that visualization is so important for a process of attracting what we really want. Visualizing that you have it, feeling that you have it, having that feeling kind of take over that you're good, like you have it already. So why are you don't want to feel like that place of lack anymore. It's also being comfortable in a relationship with yourself, being able to sit comfortably with yourself and not feel the pain of loneliness. That's a very hard thing to do too. You got to turn your best company into yourself, especially right now, what we're going through with social distancing and lockdowns and having to be alone. For a lot of people, having to be alone, but it's actually opening up a lot of, I guess, situations for people to look within and look at things they need to work on, things that just maybe weren't working for them, or really facing hard truths about themselves and understanding better about how the way they are perceived in the world and how maybe things that just weren't working. So anyways, that's just like an interesting technique that I like to use. There's also a water manifestation that I like using. So this one is charged with a crystal. So again, I'm going to bring up another love one for dating, and it could work for, you know, your crush or someone that you're interested in, that you desire, maybe coming forward, or you can even ask them out on a date. So this one is rose quartz, and rose quartz attract love, compassion, but it can also be self-love. So this one, I feel like how I do water manifestation is I talk to the bottle. And again, I sound crazy. But when I hold the bottle up, I hold the bottle and I think about all the things that I desire in my life, but I visualize them. I already visualize having them. And water carries so much energy and it holds on to emotions. There's been scientific experiments done. When a water bottle, say you talk really nasty to the water, it turns like cloudy and murky. But if you bless it and say nice things to the water, it remains clear. This water bottle actually has been full of water for over a month, I want to say. You can also, I've done as well, where I've put a piece of paper under the water bottle and I've written out all the things that I want to manifest, or again, the want word, that I desire, or I want to visualize, or I have visualized that I want. Again, watching your words. So making sure that you write it out, put it underneath the water bottle. Put it underneath the water bottle, and every day when you talk to it, when you hold on to it, you take a sip of it. So you're taking all that energy in. You're taking on the energy that you just gave to that water. Water holds on to that energy, and when you drink it in, you take over those emotions. So I hope that this really helped you with tips and tricks of manifestation. I know I only really gave 2 there, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of how I manifest and really using your words, being conscious of your words, because your words really can affect what comes to you, the law of attraction. So thank you so much for following along. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Thank you.